Hi, Tracy Lewis from Stuffin' Things. Today I am here to work on my Valentine cards. I will definitely be making Valentines for all of my card making pen pals, as well as some for family and friends. I'm going to use the same stamp sets that I used for decorating my planner, which is Heart Happiness and the January Paper Pumpkin stamps. I don't think I'm going to use the January Paper Pumpkin kit materials because I went ahead and bought, thinking ahead, I bought a paper set that I'm going to work on as my base called Painted with Love. And it's this beautiful foil paper that is double-sided. And I have gone ahead, I had to borrow some heart-shaped dies because I don't have any replacement heart-shaped dies yet. And I cut a bunch of heart dies that I got from my mom using these papers. And here they are. Oops, one fell. So these are the 3 sizes of hearts that I have to work with. Pretty much a small, medium, and large. Try to find a color you can see better. And I am very excited to have enough materials. I had to go and buy a few more materials so that I don't like to do the same for everybody. I get bored, so I wanted to have a variety of materials to be able to have them be different. So I do have some pearls, thanks to Shannon Cole, my supreme leader, and some ribbon that she provided me. It is like a cotton ribbon. I do plan on possibly coloring it with the blends in Rich Razzleberry. The 4 colors that this paper set focuses on is Powder Pink, Melon Mambo, Rich Razzleberry, and Calypso Coral. So I will have the Rich Razzleberry is one of the pen sets that you get a light and a dark in the blends. So that would be the color that I could use for making this white ribbon a darker color that coordinates. Shannon, I also got from Shannon some of this gold sequin. This was actually a prize for one of her color challenges. A girlfriend of mine, my cohort in crime, Libby, gave me some pieces of rhinestones, so I have those. I do have a gold, it's called Galaxy Gold, it's a metallic dewdrop, and so I have that gold ink to play with, as well as 2 gold pens. Now the colors are very different between the 2, so I'll have to test to see which color, when I write, if I do any doodling, which one will coordinate. And then Michael's was having a sale, and I didn't get a chance to get any gold foil or gold glitter from Stampin' Up! For this project. So I went ahead and for $1.42 I just bought one 12 by 12 sheet of each of these beautiful papers. Again, the golds are a little bit different, but I have laid these golds out against the gold foil, and I think they will coordinate well enough. And I picked this because I didn't want a smooth foil, since we already have smooth foil on the hearts. I picked a textured foil as well as a glitter foil so that I'm not trying to be matchy-matchy with the paper. So we'll see how much I get to use those. And then I have a variety of washi tapes and other fun things that I can explore. I did also get, I don't think I've done a haul video and I haven't loaded it yet. Maybe by the time I finish this I will load that up. I did get my heat gun. So I have some gold embossing powder that I can do some embossed lettering, heat embossed lettering. I also plan, I pulled this out. This is the new for phase 2 of Celebration. It's a basket weave pattern embossing folder that I'm going to play with and maybe add that to. I also have, as another embossing, this was in the clearance area of Stampin' Up, and it's these little hearts, and if you turn it upside down, they're little leaves. So I will turn it right side up so that the hearts look like hearts. And so I have 2 embossing folder options to play with today. So now I will get started, and I will come back later with some of my progress, so stay tuned. All right, I am back. I want to go over some of the projects that I made today. I'm a little bit short. I need to make probably 12 or so, and maybe as many as 15, and I think I've got 8 right now. I ended up using the basket weave and the hearts, as I had mentioned, and I want to show you how I used them. On the basket weave, made a 1-inch border all the way around, so basically 4 by 5 1/4. And on these hearts, I actually went with the more open top 4 by 4 squares. So I've got this design with the larger heart. This ribbon is dyed with Melon Mambo, and it came out a little bit light, but it's okay. And I like the gold with the Happy Valentine's Day from the Paper Pumpkin January stamp set, stamped with Melon Mambo. So that's one of them. This one is another Melon Mambo. I took a large heart and just left the 4 by 4 frame of the little hearts in the background and just keeping it clean and simple. I did a couple of doodle projects. So this one has the word love that I wrote with 4 hearts in the corners, and then I squiggled lines in between. And then I liked this little heart for an added little bit of embellishment. And the Happy Valentine's Day is Rich Razzleberry. This square die that I used is this size. I had to borrow these dies. I didn't have any, so I borrowed them from my mom. So this is a 1 3/4 square die. It's a cross stitch die from Gina Marie. The heart dies I also borrowed. Those are from Gina Marie. And the large, this is a 3-inch square. And it's funny because this is actually the wonky stitches, but it has this very thin cutout piece, and I just used this to cut the square, and I could have also cut it by hand, but I was just looking for getting some sizes down, so I just cut this out and used it as my base to start with. So that's 3 inches square. And, oh, that's that pile. This one is just a series of hearts, small to large, stacked, with this white heart popped up and Rich Razzleberry for the Happy Valentine's Day. Another doodle. This time I popped up the Rich Razzleberry because I did not cut it. I just cut it with this square so it doesn't have the X stitching on it. I was trying to simplify because I have stitching. I didn't want to have too much more stitching, so instead I left it a plain cardstock with popped up, and I think that came out very nice. And then this one is interesting. It's this pink is supposedly powder pink, but when I used the powder pink ink, it came too bright, so I ended up using Blushing Bride. And then this is Whisper White with the basket weave, and I like this a lot, so I'm going to do 2 more. I've cut the basket weave, and I'm going to do a couple more basket weave behind the full-size hearts. I have this style of heart and another that style of heart. So I'll make 2 more somewhat like this. I've even stamped and cut out the Happy Valentines. The Blushing Bride will work. I even think I could cut this brighter one out and it'll work. So I'm going to cut that one. And that gets me, I have enough to make 4 more cards. So it looks like, oh, I didn't make 8, I made 6. So I have 6 finished and 4 more that are in process.
If you enjoyed this project, please like this video, and if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.